Welcome to ThawBall. It's Saturday on ThawBall, so we got a full slate of college football. Let's kick it off. Starting in the SEC, and boom! Jaden Daniels gets lit up. Ole Miss ball. The Rebels would build a 14-7 lead, and then Jackson Dart throwing darts. He finds Jordan Watkins for 63 yards. Ole Miss up at home, 21-7. The teams would trade touchdowns from there, but LSU kept fighting. Daniels finds Brian Thomas Jr. for the touchdown.
Daniels, he's going to take a shot. Kyron Lacey, he's got it. That's an LSU touchdown.
And then just before half, Daniels says you better lace him up. Finds Kyron Lacey, and the Tigers erase that 14-point deficit as to start the second half. Daniels rushes one in, and LSU takes the lead. After an LSU field goal, and after getting punched in the mouth to open the game, LSU punching back, and they're liking the away Diggs, as that's Logan Diggs, 12 yards out. But these offenses weren't even close to done. Jackson Dart had 389 and 4 touchdowns through the air, and he's hurdling men through the ground. And then Quinshon Judkins, 33 carries, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns, including this scamper from 11 yards out. Ole Miss misses a 2-point conversion. Tigers up 2.
This might be a free play. Jaden Daniels, he's going to take a shot. Why not? It was a neutral zone infraction. The catch made by Brian Thomas. He's got another touchdown.
Take a shot. Why not? Jaden Daniels, 414 yards, 4 touchdowns. LSU up 49-40, and looks like they're going to win on the road in Oxford. But Jackson Dart would lead a touchdown drive to cut it to 2, and on a day with 1,343 yards of total offense, it's the Rebels defense stepping up, forcing a punt, getting their offense the ball back.
Oh, now LSU. They'll probably be thinking about using their timeouts. Harris makes a man miss. Payner, touchdown!
Trey? Yes, that's Trey Harris. And Ole Miss comes back in the second half in a wild shootout to beat LSU 55-49. College game day was in Durham, North Carolina, as Duke took on Notre Dame. And this is the Irish, Audric Estime, giving Notre Dame the early 7-0 lead. Duke was down 13-0 in the third quarter, but they were showing the college football world what they could do as the game of the week. Still, Waters run deep. Jordan Waters punches it in.
Try to pay it off. Leonard has a man wide open. It's a touchdown to Jordan Moore.
Duke in football is up 14-13 under a minute. 4th and 16. But Sam Hartman, he's got major heart, man. Converts it to keep the drive alive for the Fighting Irish.
A 17-yard run on 4th and 16. Estime is loose. Audric Estime. Touchdown Notre Dame.
And Duke comes oh so close, but Sam Hartman struggled all game, but when it counted, engineers a 95-yard drive capped off by Audric Estime as Notre Dame wins. We head to Boulder for Coach Prime's Buffs, but this is Marshawn Lloyd. What a run from the USC running back to put the Trojans on the board first.
Watch Williams. He may run this one. Here's Williams pumping, looking, taking his time all day to throw it. Buys more time. Sidearm throw, and it's caught. Washington across the field. Hits the sideline. Touchdown USC.
And Caleb Williams reminding Shedeur Sanders, I'm the king. Crown me. Williams would throw 2 more touchdowns before finding Brendan Rice with some soy sauce. And the Trojans are up 34-7 at halftime. And this one looked to be over early as Williams throws for 403 yards. And this is his 6th touchdown. Trojans up 48 21. But it was Shador, for sure, showing the Buffs resiliency as he finds Michael Harrison for 21 yards. Chip, Colorado chipping away.
Across the field, 4th down and 5. Sanders sprints out of the pocket, looking. Touchdown of Marion Miller. Wow, this kid's electric.
I got an icebox where my heart used to be. Shador Sanders, what a throw! Finds the freshman Marion Miller, 7 for 196 and that touchdown. Buffs get the ball back, down 14, but finally, USC's defense stands up and the Trojans win. Florida traveled to Kentucky where it was Ray Day. Ray Davis catches this one from 9 yards out, going through multiple defenders. Kentucky up 10-0.
Is what they're going to get him with. So that is a costly penalty that puts Kentucky back on the field. And then Ray Davis, all day Ray. Look at him go.
All day Ray is right. With 9 minutes left in the second quarter, Davis, 206 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. And then it was all day Ray one more time. Davis, 26 carries, 280 yards, 4 total touchdowns as Big Blue Nation blows out Florida 33-14. And it's getting late early in the Billy Napier era in Gainesville.
Maker, McCarthy scanning. Loads it time for McCarthy. Now he wings it downfield. To the end zone, Roman Wilson.
Number 2, Michigan at Nebraska. And what a catch! Heir of the Empire, Roman Wilson. He has 2 touchdowns of the day. He's leading the nation in touchdowns with 8. And Michigan wins 45-7. Number 1, Georgia had their hands full in Auburn. This is Robbie Ashford from 9 yards out, and the Tigers are up 17-10 in the second half. But the Bulldogs are back-to-back national champions for a reason. Dejon Edwards with some spicy mustard to tie the game up.
Up with 22. And now at the play fake.
Another one again. And it's Bowers again to the 10-yard line.
I've got the power. Brock Bowers started putting the Georgia defense on his back. What a ridiculous one-handed catch.
Beck, plenty of time. Down the middle. Guess who? Brock Bowers. Bowers heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And it was a power hour for Brock Bowers. He goes 8 for 157 and that 40-yard touchdown to seal it as Georgia escapes Auburn with a 27-20 win. Meanwhile, Texas was in Austin against the upstart Kansas Jayhawks, but this is Quinn Ewers taking it himself from 30 yards out. Down 10-0 on the road, and without their stud quarterback Jalen Daniels, Kansas was going to need some luck. And watch how this ball bounces. The fumble, they pick it up. Fumble Ruski to score, and Kansas is right in this one. Only 13-7 at halftime, but the Longhorns broke it open in the second half. Jonathan Brooks, 20 carries, 217 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Ewers, saying his baruchas, finds Adonai Mitchell, who had 10 for 141, and this touchdown. Texas finishes with 661 yards of offense, the most in a Big 12 game in school history. We had a wild one as UCF is welcome to the Big 12, and it was Timmy McClain finds Javon Baker, the touchdown maker, and the Knights are up 21-0 on Baylor in the first quarter.
Situations where maybe you thought you might pass the ball. Nope, that's not.
Richardson on 3rd and 1. Ball comes loose. Ball comes loose. This is DeMarie Henderson. This has not been blown dead. And Henderson is going to go all the way for the touchdown.
Amari Henderson rips that one out, and UCF is winning in a laugher. They're up 35-7 late in the third quarter. That would be 35-10 entering the fourth, but all of a sudden, Baylor has a pulse. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. Then Blake Shapen finds Monterey Baldwin, and all of a sudden, it's 35-26.
Not in the favor of Baylor, and I think UCF, like you said, should slow it down.
Oh, Harvey fumbled the snap! Look at this! This has got a chance to be huge! Caden Jenkins! He's gonna get there! The Baylor Bears! The miracle continues!
Baylor, scoop and score! They come back from 25 down entering the fourth, score 29 unanswered to win the largest comeback in school history. Penn State has the longest streak in the nation, scoring at least 30 points. They've done it in 11 straight, and they would make it 12 at Northwestern. Drew Aller finds Nicholas Singleton, who would also run one in later, and Penn State wins 41-13. Fresh off a beatdown of Colorado, the Quack Attack is back. That's Michael LeBron, Jordan James, 30-yard touchdown. Then Terrence Ferguson would go up and get it.
With an experienced quarterback, he's just going to shred you.
Blitz picked up, pump, now a deep shot. Bo Nix finds, cutting it back. Troy Franklin, touchdown Oregon.
The Ducks cut down the tree, 42-6. And we go to Jalen Milroe.
Milroe gonna run it again, got a lane, kicked in the turbo, Milroe! Goodbye, touchdown Bama!
And Mississippi State couldn't go toe-to-toe with Jalen Milroe as he runs in another score, and roll, Tide, roll. Alabama wins 40-17. Flying under the radar this year, Dylan Gabriel and the Oklahoma Sooners, and he says, Boomer Sooner, running over defenders, taking it himself.
Gabriel's only missed on one throw so far. All day to throw to the end zone. Touchdown!
Gabriel was scorching in the first half as he finds Nick Anderson for the 39-yard touchdown, but the Cyclones and Rocco's Modern Life, Rocco Becht wouldn't go away. He finds Jaden Higgins, 21-17. Iowa State would cut it to 1 with a field goal, but from there, it was all Gabriel. Cause Sunday shook, cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. He finds Jaleel Farouk, and Gabriel, 274 yards, 4 total touchdowns in the first half. Gabriel ends up with 366 and 5 touchdowns as Oklahoma rolls 50-20. And of course, just 2 days left in the baseball season. Who's in, who's out of the playoff picture? The Mariners needed to sweep the Rangers to get in the playoffs, but it's time for Jonah Heim. The Rangers knock around Luis Castillo, and they win 6-1 to clinch the playoffs, and they go for the AL West crown tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Marlins win, and they're in for the NL wildcard. And it's Jazz Chisholm Jr. with the sweet music to give the Marlins the 2-1 lead in the third. And then, ding dong, Josh Bell with the double. That made it 6-2. Marlins win 7-3, and they're going to the playoffs for the first time in a full season since 2003.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a Marlins playoff clinching win and a postseason party in Pittsburgh.
That Marlins win also knocked the Cubs out of the playoffs, which clinched the playoffs for the Diamondbacks. But this is Jose Abreu for the Astros to knock in the only run of the game, and the Astros also clinch a playoff spot with the AL West title still up for grabs on the last day of the season. And that wraps up this edition of ThawBall. See you for the NFL tomorrow.